The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling rosy.
I am not mad at that.
You're not mad at that?
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
It's a nice,
I deserve flowers. I deserve my flowers. Some I will.
It's a nice shirt.
Thank you, sir.
It's a nice shirt. I like how they just didn't do the pocket.
Right? Just let the solid black.
Yeah, solid black.
Yeah.
I thought they would have did the most by,
Right.
But it could have worked too. Could have been like a little ninja, like, now you see me, now you don't think. But I like that though. I like that. Yeah, man. Just how's your week?
My week is good, man.
That's what's up.
I see you're in full pilot mode, but you're back to normal.
The co-pilot has returned, folks.
You're flying high. You're flying high.
Yeah, I'm flying high.
Good to yes.
And this too shall pass. Like those other things.
This too shall
I'm
pass.
back flying high again.
And
That's why I can't.
It happens to the best of us.
Fuck that happens to the best of us. Yo, I don't like that line. I don't really like that line.
You don't like that line?
They're like, everybody kept saying the same thing. I'm like, I am the best of you.
The best. And it happened. It happened to you, man. It happened to you.
It hurts.
Can Julie say it happens to the best of us? Marv included.
To the folks at home, didn't even give a proper introduction. Welcome. If you're seeing us on YouTube, you can see his fly ass Rosie shirt.
Yeah,
And you can see my NASA pilot jacket.
There you go.
Like, comment, subscribe, SoundCloud, Spotify,
Yes.
Google Podcast, Apple Podcast.
Yes.
Wherever you're hearing this, we welcome you. We thank you.
And if you already subscribed, you can also rate the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yes, subscribe and rate the podcast. Let Smooth know he be talking some dangerous shit on here.
Just be born a page out of Marv's book. Born a page out of Marv's book.
No. Marv is progressive. Marv's just an asshole. Marv's just progressive.
Progressive asshole?
Hey, I didn't put the two together. So, no, my asshole can't be that progressive like that. Oh, not even in Pride Month.
I was just about to say.
Not even Pride Month. Yo, I don't got no loose booty over here.
No loose booty?
No loose booty.
No farts?
Ew. Might need a tampon in the ass or something for that. If it's
With a...
Yes, man. Yes. Salute to the Pine and Ginger Company for this rum punch right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pine and ginger episode.
It's a pine and ginger episode. Yes, indeed. Love it.
Actually, no, I'm gonna crack it right now because
you gonna do a podcast cheers?
Let me do a podcast cheers.
Podcast cheers.
Right.
Live on air. Cheers.
And it's something because the ginger is actually about to bubble the pine. The pineapple.
To the folks that don't know bubble, they're about to grind the shit out of them pineapple.
You're about to make something happen right now.
Ooh.
Oh, you can taste the rum in that.
Oh, no, that rum punch you in your face.
Oh, shit.
The rum.
Cheers.
It's gonna be a podcast party today.
Okay.
Ooh, but let's get saucy out here. So let's start with the questions. Questions of the week. Everybody, some people. Oh, salute to John.
What up, John?
John, if you hear this,
yeah,
appreciate you, my guy. Some people beat me up for the Naomi Osaka thing, and I see that the polls and stuff on social media feel the same way.
But John came to your rescue, though.
I mean, it's one of the few.
John came to the rescue.
One of the few.
Yeah.
But as I'm saying, I still get the few, the people still trickling in and all the above. But should athletes be required to speak to the media? 81% said no. You're still on that side of the no?
I'm still on that side of the no.
Interesting. I was slightly swayed a little bit.
Right.
By it wasn't even your argument. I think it was somebody else that said something to me on the Wednesday.
Okay.
On the Wednesday, they said something to me. They said, picture your parents died. You're playing this game for your parents.
Right.
And then you just want to, take that moment and stuff to gather. So I said, when did they die? Did they die a week before and I'm dedicating this game and stuff for them? So they said, yeah. I said, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a speech.
Right.
Now, if they died while I'm playing the game,
Right.
don't expect any comments from me.
You still need time to process.
Yeah, because
process.
you just won, and somebody can whisper in the ear, by the way, sorry about your parents. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, that's not the time and stuff for them to hold any press conference. But any other time after that, we're good to go. We TTG. Like I said, Michael Jordan, that's what I ride with. So people have spoken.
John was riding with you, and thank you, John, for the YouTube comment. And one of the questions that was posted back to John was, and I'll ask you the same thing. Do you think something like this, because most of these tournaments are invitational, right?
Yeah.
I believe you get invited. Do you believe something like this might hurt her from being invited to future tournaments?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Absolutely. And I think this is where, like I said, she didn't have to discuss it with the world like that.
Right.
If she kind of low key, just, like I said, a little TV dinner kind of quick blanket statement.
Yeah.
Leave it like that. Other people will rock.
Yeah.
They'll still rock. But then they're going to look at oh, we got one of the freedom fighter types around here. Well, they're not good for our dollars, I reckon. And then fuck them. And then just keep it moving, right? So that's the thing and stuff what I'm afraid of and stuff for her too.
I would even, I would even go as far as show up to the press conference and then get a stomach ache, the first 10 minutes in. And it's one or two quick ones and be like, you know what, I'm not feeling any well. Do you mind if I could be excused? Because I don't think anybody would have a problem with her being excused.
No. You might have an asshole group that might want her to come back.
Right.
Oh, do you have to drop a deuce? We'll wait till you come back. No. This is more than Pepto-Bismol fix right here. Next question. Should a woman fake it to boost a man's ego? 58% said hell no. How do you feel about that? Let's talk. Let's talk shop, man. Let's talk shop. How you feel about that one? Should a woman fake it to boost a man's ego?
I think she needs to keep it real.
She needs to keep it real.
She needs to keep it real.
Elaborate for my punk
Because
ass.
I mean, how's he ever gonna get good on his game if you keep faking it?
True. But I feel like it's not what you say, it's how you say some things.
True.
And I learned, who did I learn this from? I learned from my ex.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned from one of my exes and stuff, and if she does his episode, she know I kind of implemented her teachings.
Right.
She basically said, this is how she'll do. She'll be like this. Smooth, I love all the great things you do. You run this dynamically, effortlessly with all your talents and everything that. To build you up before you break you down.
The build-up approach.
The build-up approach and everything. So tell you 5 great things about you.
Yes.
And here's just one bad thing and stuff, whatever. Okay. And so it's kind of you keeping it real, but you did enough to kind of help boost me.
Yes.
So that's what I'm like, I like the boost.
You like the boost.
I like the boost. Keep it real with me and stuff and tell me, but if I respond in a negative manner,
yes,
be like, that's when you can clap back. Hell no, I ain't
that's
faking
when
shit.
You can go in.
Yeah. Because I feel like it holds some weight and stuff with it. And I salute to all the good women out there that are fake it and stuff out here. We see you. I understand your plight. He don't. Let me speak from my side.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I mean, let's say you guys are getting down and dirty, right?
Yeah.
And you ain't really all that, but she there laying there saying, oh, damn, you about to blow my back out. Rolling her eyes while she say that.
I stroke harder then.
Oh, you killing it now, soldier boy. You killing it now, soldier boy.
I'm going to tell him.
Meanwhile, she's not even blinking.
She make it clap, 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 clap.
You feel like a champion.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
That relationship is over. You move on to the next relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You have not progressed none whatsoever because you feel like you already on the top of your game.
Absolutely. And I deserve that. If I'm that kind of asshole kind of guy, I deserve it. Because like I said, my thing and stuff is that told me, let's nip the I like to nip problems in the bud. Nip them in the bud.
Of course, yes.
So if you realize and stuff for them, like, yo, I'm doing this and not making the cut, then that's it. I had a woman tell me one time and stuff like, yo, she's like, it depends on the position.
Right.
Where her depends on the position and stuff, whatever. And there was a situation where type of position, you know, DJ and clit and everything like that. She's like, that position, it was working for her. Plus I was DJing and everything like that. Like she was getting it. And then I kind of just took my hand off to kind of like brace the leg to go in overdrive. She said, no, why you stop? Go back. Do that what you were doing. I was almost there. I'm like, oh, okay.
You held it back. You held it by the back.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's what I'm saying. You're telling me right there at the moment and stuff, let's snip it as soon as possible. Let's deal with the problem as soon as possible.
Right. So I'm
Don't
saying,
wait till like 3 years in a relationship down the line to tell me that I can't fuck for beans.
So I'm saying she done boosting him up, making him feel good. That relationship's over. Now he's going into the next relationship.
Right.
With the utmost super confidence.
Right.
Talking all types of shit on the telephone. Ooh, girl, you in for a treat. You been to the CNE yet? For those who don't know, Canadian National Exhibition with all the rides on. You about to witness the tilt-a-whirl. You about to hit the coaster of the moster. And now she thinking, oh, damn.
It's like some Canadian porn right here.
This back is gonna get blown. Then you go in with your weak ass, whack ass shit. And she is Mrs. Keep It Real. Nigga, what you doing? You ain't got no game at all.
See, I look at it like this. I look at it like this. You have these type of people where men and women. It's not what you say, it's how you say some things.
Yeah.
And I always undersell my shit.
Yes.
Always.
I'm the underseller as well.
I undersell my shit, first and foremost. On a nice soft day, I can beat 2 inches. I just tell them I have 2 inches.
You see, that's it.
I say I have 2 inches strong.
I don't want to disappoint you, but you know, I mean, just be like,
I'm
gonna come in with, you know.
You're like, what you like when they do like the candid crotch watch and everything? Because you know, you gotta stretch like you're like, you know, Superman, like, yeah, they do one of these. I'm like, ain't nothing but 2 inches over here. They're like, 2 inches. Then when you think, oh, you liar. You're like, well, we're here now. You might as well just kiss it. You might as well just kiss it. Now, some men, you're right, they do, and some men and women need to be G-checked and stuff like that. First of all, every woman thinks they have good pussy. Not every woman has good pussy.
This is true. This is true.
Not every woman has good pussy. If you lay there like a fucking starfish on the beach, you do not have good pussy.
No starfish.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the techniques, tactics, certain type of things we do. We discussed that. Right. Good. Right. You know what I'm saying? What was it? Wet. That episode. Ladies, you don't know, look for Wet. Hunt that episode down. You'll hear our talk on good pussy. We're not going to rehash that.
Won't rehash that.
But either or, a woman should at least say some encouraging things. I heard this one day and I took it as a gospel. One woman said, men fake relationships. And I'm like, women fake orgasms. So she got quiet. She got quiet. So I was like, what are we going to do about this equation? We're at a paradox. And then she looked at me, she's like, she kissed her teeth and stuff. So I'm like, no. I'm like, we have to understand the stuff, whatever, that like, my mom told me this. She's like, yo, make sure you try to say something inspiring to the woman you're with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give her an extra reason why she's with you or why she's riding for you.
Okay, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So if she's doing all of this now and you know you're 2 inches or you're a 2-stroke joke.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, shit, even for like those first few minutes stuff, when she be wild and she make me feel like Mandingo in a porno or something like that, whatever. Don't look at her like you're a fucking asshole. You be like, babe, I love you too. Just tell her. It's just like, yo, I love you too. Because when she's in love with you,
right,
your dick gets 2 inches. 2 extra inches.
2 extra inches.
2 extra inches.
Okay.
So if you're working with 8, she in love with you, it's a 10.
10.
She despises you, it shrinks by 2. So she might hit you over one of those arguments, whatever, little dick ass. Be like, you ain't say that last week. Because she was in love and happy
in love last week.
Now she's tolerating your ass this week.
Right.
Yes. So that's how I feel about this.
Man, going with the under expectation. I mean, like, you ain't gotta broadcast nothing. You ain't gotta sing nothing. Dude. Just go in like.
Nah, you ain't gotta go in like you Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk about that shit.
Yeah.
Don't go in like Floyd.
Don't go in like.
Let's talk about this Logan Paul and Floyd thing.
I seen some posts saying they done search for the free channel to watch this shit and still feel like they got ripped off.
I mean, okay. I am a Floyd Mayweather fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak from a biased place, but
I mean, let's not get it twisted. Besides all the antics, pound for pound, he is probably one of the greatest.
absolutely.
Probably one of the greatest.
Absolutely. I want to say from a non-biased point of view and stuff like that, but I want to say Floyd hasn't had a knockout in like maybe like 35 fights.
Okay, yeah.
About that?
Yeah.
Within 35, I think about that. It's been a long time since Floyd had a knockout.
Right.
If you've been watching Floyd since his last knockout and you watch this past Sunday,
Yeah.
was it any different between the two? There's no difference. Like,
No.
Floyd is still Floyd.
Yeah.
And when I see people saying like Floyd's gonna knock his ass out and everything and all the above, Logan Paul's a big dude.
Yeah.
He has some body mass on him. Floyd,
Yeah.
they're not in the same weight class.
No.
They're not in the same weight class and stuff like that. So automatically, Floyd's what, 5'8"? He's like 6'2".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Floyd is I would say Floyd's a scientist.
I was about to say, a lot of people underestimate that he's more of a technical boxer than a knockout puncher.
So that's what I'm saying. He'll study you. He'll let you work. Well, this match had 8 rounds. Right? This match had 8 rounds. Other things would be like 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And he'll watch you for the first 2-3 rounds.
Yeah.
He'll do a little 1-2 to get points on the scorecard.
Yeah.
But he'll watch you to watch you move. So when Paul went in, like I think close to the end of the round 1, swinging everywhere, and Floyd, just dodging it, just dancing. I was like, this is typical Floyd. I've been watching enough Floyd fights to know for a fact.
Right.
This is in Floyd's fashion.
Right. You're gonna let you tire yourself
People are
out.
asking for knockouts and stuff. So I'm like, but he's not a knockout fighter.
That's not his game.
He's not a knockout fighter. Now, and then the other thing that killed me is when they said that how he knocked out Logan Paul and held him up. And I was like, how would that happen? Me, 6'2", lean on your 5'8" ass.
Right.
With all my weight, and I'm going to sleep.
Right.
You not coming out with me?
Well, I did see the punch that they were talking about.
Okay.
And for a quick second, it looked like he kind of held him from falling. For a quick second.
Floyd hugs. Floyd is a hugger.
Yeah.
That's from an unbiased point of view. Floyd likes to hug and tie up.
I don't know. Maybe if he didn't hug him this time, he might hit the canvas.
He probably would have
He
went
might have
down.
hit the canvas.
Floyd had a few TKOs.
Yeah.
He had a few TKOs and stuff within those 35.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not disputing that. I just know for a fact that like Floyd is a technical fighter. You shouldn't expect too much from a Floyd fight, but just know for a fact that he will come out with a W.
Yes.
So the whole leading up to it, I wasn't really more concerned that the Ocho Cinco thing.
Right.
Because when I got to the house and stuff, whatever, it was like, it was going on.
Okay.
It was going on and stuff when I got to the house and stuff, because remember, it happened on Sunday after we recorded.
Yes.
The Ocho Cinco thing is what shocked me. So I was like, I mean, I kind of seen it. Something like this might have happened. Ocho Cinco doesn't have like a fighting history, and you to condition yourself, like it takes time to condition.
Yeah.
Right? It takes time to condition the stuff.
Some of these boxers take like a year or two between each fight.
I think who's the madman? There's a madman and stuff, whatever, in boxing now. It's not Deontay Wilder. But I want to say Deontay Wilder is kind of similar.
Right.
Because Deontay Wilder and stuff, whatever, he 1 year, I think, ended in 1 year, he fought Tyson Fury.
Right.
And then he wanted to fight thing and stuff, whatever, like, I think, like, in months after, he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
And I'm looking like, bruh, yes, you guys are heavyweights. You need time.
You need time.
You need time to condition and stuff.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury will slug the fuck out of some people and stuff, whatever. You get those kind of I call them security guard punches, whatever. Like break it up, boom, break it up, boom. You know, like one of those type of things.
Stiff arm punch.
Yeah. So I'm like, Anthony Joshua is more of a mover kind of guy and stuff, whatever, right? With the agility aspect and power puncher. So I'm like, these are two different worlds you're going through.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
and a lot of times, and that's what it takes during training. A lot of times they'll find you a sparring partner that's more similar to your next opponent that's coming up.
Yeah.
So you can have time to see what you're looking at.
And strategize. So yeah, but no, like I said, the biggest winner and stuff in there is definitely Logan Paul.
Oh, for sure.
Logan Paul is definitely the biggest winner and stuff in this whole thing. He lost
because Floyd didn't need this fight.
Nah,
Floyd didn't need this fight.
Floyd didn't need the fight. Logan Paul, the pay-per-view Triller.
Right.
Triller, they laughed.
Oh my gosh.
50 million pay-per-views.
It's insane.
50 million.
That's insane.
And pre-orders, there was 1 million.
Wow.
Pre-orders for 1 million pay-per-view fights.
Wow.
So
he done cleared everything before the first punch is even thrown.
Pretty much.
In the pre-matches.
Pretty damn much. So yeah, salute to him and them and all those people and stuff behind that. Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna start seeing more of these as bigger draws than actual sanctioned fights?
Yes. Because I'm a boxing fan. I'm not an MMA fan like that. I picked up MMA because most of my friends were MMA fans.
Right.
I have my moments and stuff, whatever, where like, two men in booty shorts, sausage imprint out, rubbing up sausage body parts on each other.
Yeah. When they get into their grappling, you're not a fan of the grappling?
I'm not a fan of that. Because the first thing, I'm not homophobic, but I just get up and be like, hey. I don't like how your dick is just rubbing on my back. Like if you're doing like a headlock,
dude,
and you're doing all that.
You're getting way too excited fighting me right now.
Somebody taking their rocks off and fighting. Some people live for the... Think about it.
Yeah.
Somebody told me and stuff, whatever, like, they literally had a foodgasm. As a man, literally had a foodgasm. He said he smelled the food. He's like, for some reason, his dick was hard. And he said, when he ate the food, it met every expectation he thought it would, like, from the smell.
Right.
The man said he thought he came on himself, but he said he was just joking. But he said he felt his dick going soft, and he just felt like his boxers was wet. And I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
Dude's a food nut.
I'm like, yo.
And we're back.
And we're back. We're back. We got a church announcement today, so fuck that. Side note, put a thumbtack in that story. We'll be right back after these messages. Podical Sons, we're going to have a dad joke battle.
We're going to have a dad joke battle.
On stereo.
Yes.
On Father's Day, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to make that happen. Dad joke. That was a fucking dad joke. Like, I don't know what the fuck was. He can't use that next week.
I can't use that one next week?
No, next week, that's null and void and stale.
Okay.
So, yes. Continue. As we were back.
As we were.
Now we're back. Yes. That shit blew my fucking mind.
Right.
And I was like, yeah. And then I heard from certain people and stuff like, yeah, sometimes the penetration they don't really need the penetration and all that type of stuff. I'm like, I was watching this show, Workaholics, fucking love that show. Funny as fuck. Man said, he ejacked. I'm like, ejacked. He was like, what the fuck is ejacked? He's like, hand-free jerking. How? So, and he's like, you can nut like that? He's like, if you're horny enough, you can.
That's some concentration shit.
Y'all can jerk off without porn. I can. I need some kind of imagery.
So you can't picture it in your mind?
I can't.
No?
I can't. I can think about like some good stuff that I had and everything like that, whatever.
Yes.
But I was like, I think part of my brain is too actively like working.
Right.
Like, so say that the pleasure sensors are going off, be like, okay, but the other part's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
This is nonsense.
There's no woman there.
You're just abusing us right now.
You're rubbing us. Like, what are you doing? And then like, I'll probably feel. I tried to.
Right.
A woman tried to get me into the world to jerk it Like phone sex.
Phone sex?
Phone sex. Wasn't
Okay.
happening.
Okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
happening. I tried so hard.
Yeah.
I tried so hard. She's there.
So even her encouraging
She's
on the other line.
On the other line. She's
Yes.
going ham. I was
Okay.
like, oh shit. I was
Yeah.
like, go to FaceTime. Let me see that. She's like, oh my man. Oh my. I was like,
You just say,
I'm over-
I need the camera.
No, but
Turn the camera on.
I'm here. I'm here her go off and everything. I'm there. First I'm there like this. I was like, yeah. She's like, are you touching yourself right now? I'm like, oh yeah.
Meanwhile, your hands are behind your head. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm touching myself.
I legit had my hand on my dick.
Okay.
And I'm there tugging and everything like that. And my dick's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? I'm like, shh, go with it. She's going nuts on the phone. Like,
Yeah.
maybe if I put it on speakerphone,
Maybe,
might be
right.
a little better. So my
Right.
dick can hear it.
Yeah.
Like my dick got ears
yeah,
or something.
yeah.
And then going at it now. And I was like, yeah, this is stupid. I'm like, yo, and I hear like, she's like, oh, I'm so wet right now. I'm like, for real? And she's just going on shit. I stopped doing whatever the fuck I was planning to do. I'm just trying to focus on this. I'm like, shit. I felt good.
Yeah.
She needs to boost my ego.
You just need to boost your
My ego went up. She kept calling my name while she's doing everything. I was like, that's right. That's right. I got it like that. Damn right. And then when she's all done, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to come by and give you the real thing. Like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
She's like, how long are you going to be? I'm like, score. I don't have to fucking ejack nothing. Took my ass off. I can't. And then one of my friends was telling me, you never jerked off in the shower? No. I pee in the shower.
pee in the shower?
And I shower in the shower. I don't jerk it in the shower. Where's the material? What am I jerking it to? Well, the shampoo feels nice? Is that what I'm doing? I don't know.
The shampoo bottle got a certain curve to it.
Yeah, he'd be like, damn, motions. Why does this thing look all legit? Well, then I don't know. I couldn't.
Marv needs visuals. That's what he's saying.
I definitely need visuals, man.
I, on the other hand, have a very good imagination.
Good for you and everybody else that's listening and watching.
I'm very imaginative.
Let's get on to, what is it? Thoughts and prayers to the family that was killed in London, Ontario.
Yes.
From the truck accident.
I mean, it's
Attack.
a pretty weird segue, but
Yeah,
But
it is a weird segue.
still thoughts and prayers.
Still thoughts and prayers, though.
Right.
Let me hear your thoughts on this. All right, work with me now.
Yeah.
How does this make it, like, how is this a terrorist attack? I'm just trying to understand that. Because this guy ran over, the guy was mentally unstable.
Right.
They said in the past he's been on antidepressants.
Yeah.
He's been going through more chronicles than Narnia with his parents being divorced, and he had to get his own lawyer, do his own. There was a lot going on with him. What makes it Islamophobic?
And see, this is what I was trying to figure out when I first heard about the whole incident. First of all, I didn't know how it took place.
Yeah.
I just seen the comments, which was a racial attack, right? Then I seen images of the family, the Indian family, and in my mind,
Pakistani,
and in my mind, I was imagining this young man, some sort of attack, like a knife attack, this, that, and the third, like that. Like that's what I had in my mind.
Oh, okay. So when they fed you, man killed family of 5, killed 4, injured 1.
Right.
You thought he just went nuts.
I thought it was like a straight attack.
Gotcha.
I thought, and just for the fact that they were saying it was racially motivated, I figured maybe there was some sort of confrontation verbally, right? And then that's when the altercation took place. It wasn't until I found out that he actually, it was a motor vehicle that he used and ran the family down.
Right.
It almost became, it kind of threw me through a loop because I was like, at that point I was wondering, okay, where does the racial motivation part come in? Was there like some sort of conversation that happened prior to him doing this? Did he pass like 3 or 4 white families and then seen this one Pakistani family and decided because they're Pakistani, I'm gonna run them over. Like to me, there wasn't
no indication.
Anything there to kind of say to me that okay, this would have been racially motivated more than just a crime.
Right.
Like at that point, it just seemed like a crime, and I was waiting for stuff to come out to say have some sort of tie-in to say okay, this is why it was really racially motivated.
So every day since even till now, you see me
Right.
every day until I guess now we're talking about it. I have seen 0 pre-posts from dude,
Yeah.
0 wordings from dude, or 0 manifestos.
Right.
Right? Dylan Roof manifesto went out online, Facebook, via about his thoughts and feelings and stuff about the white race is the most progressive and dominant race,
Yeah.
and then he went to the church and killed 9 people.
Right.
You know that's a hate crime.
Yes.
You know that. The guy who even shot up, the mall in Texas, was it last year or the year before? When he went in, he started from the Walmart,
I think it was,
and then he just worked
last year
last year in the mall. He had a manifesto.
Yeah.
'Cause remember, he left like cities. He did like a nice drive,
Right.
like some hours.
He did trek. He did
trek, and he let it be known and stuff for that it was a trek just for him to come do some nonsense and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Something was out before. Nothing was out from this dude prior. I see nothing. I see a clearly mentally unstable young man.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just trying to figure out the stuff, whatever. I think it's because the narrative sounds more sexy. Is that the reason why they want to paint it as a hate thing? Or somebody has some info that we don't know, I haven't seen.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, is there something that's still amiss out there? And again, like the only thing that I can think of is that, he had the opportunity to run over several different people.
Yeah.
And possibly maybe because they were not a race that he may have not liked, that he did not and chose to run over this family because they were Pakistani, then I can sort of say, okay. But again, there's no mention or information on what actually transpired prior or after to indicate that it was racially motivated.
Keep it real though. I think Ontario's chasing somebody's trying to chase for some clout. Yo, why else would you throw the racial thing up there?
Yeah,
you have to be chasing clout because if there's a family and they're all together,
right?
If it was like, I'm gonna fuck up this specific family, you go run over the mom and daughter one location. Then you drive to another area where the father is, and then you go after where the granny and the grandson and stuff is, whatever, right? Or the son.
Right.
You do that, yes. But I don't even feel like it's a racial thing. It might be a vendetta against the household.
Could be a vendetta against the household.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. So sell me that narrative and stuff, whatever. But the narrative when you're selling me, I'm like, it has to match up. But goes to show you, people don't even research. People don't check for shit. They don't check validity. They fed something. Fuck it. This is how we're feeling. This is how exactly I felt when it came to the Bill Cosby thing.
Right.
40 people on the cover of the New Yorker.
Right.
Not one of those individuals brought Bill Cosby to court on the cover of the New Yorker. There were men and women on that bitch.
Yeah.
Not one. But everybody, as soon as they seen the cover of the New Yorker about Bill Cosby's situation,
right.
He's a monster. We know this how.
Yeah.
We can't let social media tell us how to fucking feel. That's it.
But I think we know this. They bank on the notion that majority of people are lazy. And they're not going to do the research. They're just going to take what it is at face value. And a lot of them are just going to join the choir. They hear 3 people singing. They feel like they got to be the 4th person to sing.
I'm going to keep it real, though. I kind of do that in public.
You do that? You better take a shot of some pine ginger.
Well, no, because I mean, like, picture you go somewhere now, right? You go somewhere. Give me a song that's in your head right now. Just give me a known song that might be in your head right now.
Outside of the club. Bone Crusher.
Oh, Never Scared.
Never Scared.
I'm about to say outside of the club. I was like,
I went to the lyrics.
Yeah. You hear somebody, you walk in somewhere and you hear like 3 people, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. You be like, Shit, I was thinking about that song too. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. You just gonna jump in. You gonna jump in too.
Listen,
And it's natural.
the only time I'm jumping in is if I'm standing on the street corner and I see about 5 or 6 people running towards me and past me frantically. I'm not pausing to ask why they running. I'm just joining the crowd and running with them. I'll figure it out later.
It's in your DNA because you're black.
I'll figure it out later.
It's in your DNA. It's in your DNA.
Yeah.
Because you're black.
Let me run with you when we stop. What was y'all running for?
But didn't I tell you one day when I used to live over there, like by the hospital, before the hospital was built?
Right.
I went for a walk to go to the there's an Asian grocery store where I get my tea from.
Okay.
At like Keelan Wilson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm walking back, and there was a white lady ahead of me, right? And I had my music on, I'm jamming, just walking. Yeah, the sun went down and stuff like that. Yo, she gave a look back with fear. So I'm looking like, and she started power walking, so I got scared. So I was like, I don't even want to look back. So I just started power walking my goddamn self. And then when I realized the stuff that like I got past this lady, because I'm like, yo, you out here slow walking. But I guess she was running from me. She was fucking running from me. I was like, you racist mother. I just kept walking fast and just went home. Cause I was looking, I'm like, what is she running for? Look, she looked shook, like, oh my gosh. I was like, is that a gang or something? I don't see. Cause I look back like, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just move. Yeah. The black in me is telling me.
Drawing no attention to myself.
Yeah.
Let me not look backwards and say, yo, nigga, what you looking at? Let me just keep moving.
Somebody's got to just shut the fuck up and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
So, I mean, I see it. I get it. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. You got to, what is it? We don't believe you need more people. That's just me.
Right.
I don't let social media tell me how to feel.
No.
I get fed a story. I'm trying to understand it, how much effort I want to put in it. If I'm going to put enough effort to say, pray for Smooth, and then everybody's like, oh my gosh, thoughts and prayers to Smooth, and then you're looking like, the fuck? You're home counting all your money and shit, your feet up, you sipping on some Bel Air rosé and shit in your house. You're like, pray for me. Yeah, pray for me for this shit to keep continuing.
Three posts later, Smooth done died.
Could you imagine?
Pray for Smooth to 3 posts later. Oh man, Smooth was a good dude.
That would be a fucking great social experiment though.
What?
Keep it real though, because I could be like, yo, thoughts and prayers and stuff, whatever, to Smooth. To be like, you're gonna see people, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Then you have people calling you.
Yeah.
And you just sit there, watch your phone just like on silent, and just mute, be like, idiots. And just live your best fucking life. Stay off of social media.
And he had somebody posting, yeah, I've been trying to get in touch with Smooth for the past 3 days, man. So I don't even, something bad happened.
And just RIP Smooth, and then out of nowhere stuff, whatever, you come back on the podcast and stuff, whatever. Yeah, so thank you for another episode, and be like, fuck happened? So we agreed not to call me Smooth no more, so RIP to the Smooth name. You be like, this? Did you Elon Musk us? Yo.
He got musted.
You got musked.
He got musted.
He got musked. Like the musty balls on those naked bikes. Jeez. Yo, naked bike rides. Only in Toronto, man. Only in Toronto. Could you imagine what the fuck downtown smelled like? You know what? Never mind. Yeah, so I don't know. Don't get fed by a story without looking into it, please. I beg you, all of you, anybody's listening to this.
Right.
That's just our thoughts on it. A lot of people just...
And if we're wrong and somebody does know of something...
Send it.
Hit us up. Let us know.
Send that info.
Let us know. But it's like I said, as far as I know, man, he could have just been out of his mind when he did what he did.
It's just good though.
Yeah, it did. Oh shit, you moving kind of quick, man. Because I was beating you, but now I look over to your bottle and it's gone half.
I'm what you consider a drunkard. Alcoholics are quitters because they
Right.
go to meetings.
I got you.
The only meeting I have is me and the beverage.
When you get to the
The
beverage.
beverage. That's the meeting we're having. And then once this is done, meeting is adjourned. That's
Meeting
it.
is adjourned.
Yo, let me ask real quick. Let's segue into some new shit. I'm asking for a friend, though.
You gonna ask for a friend?
I'm asking for a friend.
Okay.
My friend
Is
hasn't.
this Martin?
Yeah, you know Martin. man.
Martin.
You know Martin. Salute to Martin.
What up to
man.
Martin?
Salute to Martin. You said he hasn't received any phone calls with air ducts system
No.
calls in the
Nothing lately.
No.
All right.
You got any?
It's been a while, but then I've also been ignoring numbers that seem to be coming from Pasadena because I don't know nobody from Pasadena.
I seen one from Idaho.
You seen one from Idaho?
I'm like, I'm not the hoe, you the hoe, because I ain't answering this shit. But I was looking, I'm like, why? I haven't gotten those phone calls or anything like that. Even my boy and shit like that. I was like,
Ducks are clean.
India's COVID cases are too high.
They ain't got no time. They ain't got no time to make the phone calls.
No. I was like, India. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cause like, yo, we're right in your area. Are you now?
Mm.
What's the weather looking like right now?
Uh-huh.
Well, it said it was gonna rain today. No. Right now at your window. What it look like right now? Because the tornado just touched down. Oh yes, we have heavy tornadoes and stuff. You lying motherfucker. Ain't no damn tornadoes. It's a sunny day.
My famous line is, I live in a condo. That usually gets them off the phone real quick.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't like those. I don't mind the robot calls,
Yeah.
but I think those air duct calls and everything like that, the ones that prey on people, I think they're just fucked. Whatever. Like I heard one lady was on the news. One person said they were gonna arrest her with the robot calls,
Mm.
and they said they're gonna arrest her if she don't pay such and such money and everything like that, and mail it off to thing. And I think these people, they followed the lady and watched the lady drop off the money in the mailbox.
Right.
And then they went into the mailbox and kind of just sifted it out because they knew what to look for. Can they
Right,
follow her?
Yeah.
I think they got like 50 grand. And I think in other
Yeah.
cases, if they do these things, whatever, they just have them, people wire the money to her account and they just take the money and stuff like that. No clearance needed.
Well, the Revenue Canada, which would be our equivalent to the IRS, they, those phone calls were running rapid for a good moment. You owe the Canadian government this amount of money in tax and this, that, and the third, and to the point where Revenue Canada had to actually put out a warning.
She's saying, do not fuck with him, man. No answer.
Yeah.
I can see that. But that's why I was looking, I'm like, keep it real though, since the COVID case has been up. It's been silent on both sides.
Phone's been down.
Phone's been down.
Cases up.
Have you heard those things?
No.
I mean, maybe this thing's just here to get rid of some of the nonsense that doesn't need to make it to the future.
It could be it.
Let me ask you this. I read this. I saw this on my research and stuff is extensive and stuff. But a salute to Scary Mommy blog. I went to the Scary Mommy blog. It said this.
Scary mommy blog.
Yo, you know how much blogs I comb through and stuff, whatever, for like articles and things that make people go.
But before you get into this, what you about to? What is the scary mommy blog about?
Scary Mommy blog. Well, salute to Scary Mommy. So Scary Mommy blog is a blog where I want to say like housewives, moms, or even women and stuff in general
Right.
will talk about like some type of issue, and then other women tend to jump in. There might be other guys like me just there watching and stuff,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like you go to the gladiator games,
Yeah.
you don't know who to cheer for, you just
Right.
sit there like, I'm just here for chips and dip.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like one of them moves. You know what I'm saying? So I was there. I seen this with like a wife wants her husband to cheat on her so she can end the relationship.
So she's sending in decoys and shit.
No, she's saying like he's an overall nice guy.
Right.
She's not sending any decoys,
Yeah.
but she's hoping that he would cheat on her to have a reason to break up with a person, to break up with her, to end the marriage.
Yeah, that's kind of going kind of foul. Why doesn't she just come up with her own reason?
What she has no validity to it. Like it was like, I know a guy said this.
But
hear me out. I heard a guy
Okay,
say
go
this one day. He said, "This girl is perfect in every fucking aspect. I'm gonna air you out, my guy. I hope you don't hear this podcast. Perfect in every aspect if you can think of wife, girlfriend material.
Okay.
One drawback.
Yeah.
She don't shave cooch and armpits.
She don't. She out here woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoth.
Okay.
Woolly mammoth. Armpits hairy as shit.
Yeah.
Cooch is hairy as shit.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how you keep from going under.
You're an asshole. Why did I finish it? We're both fucked. All right. And we're back. Fucking guy. And the alcohol's in my system now, too? I was like, yo.
Pine Ginger's starting to kick.
You're trying to ruin me, man. I'm out here sweating now.
It's starting to kick.
Okay. Which is, he didn't know if he was going to keep her.
Okay.
Right? He didn't know if he was going to keep her for that long. But I want to say the collective, we voiced to him that you're a fool if you let this one go back into the wild.
Right.
I'm like, you've caught like the great bass.
Yeah.
And like, you don't throw this one back into the water.
No.
Let somebody else trophy mount this and stuff, whatever. I'm like, what's the Jamaican expression? Sometimes the package don't always come perfect. Something like that?
Yeah.
Just look her. She's an attractive woman.
Okay.
He showed us a photo and stuff, and he's like, he can't believe, this is when he just started knocking it down.
Right.
She's on her phone in a purple thong.
Yeah.
On the bed.
Yeah.
And she's like texting. And I guess he took the little ninja photo.
Yeah.
He's looking like, this is shit I gotta deal with.
Right.
And he hit zoom. He's like, hit zoom on the photo.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm looking at stuff like, you see little dreadlocks coming from the armpit area.
Right.
And then you look hard at like the booty and stuff when it comes like the thong, and look kind of purple thong like it's starting to get darker. So I'm like, oh, that's hair. I'm like, all right. If it's a problem, tell her to shave.
Yeah.
He's like, he did. She said she's not about that life.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so just call it a day because it's bothering you that much and stuff with her. Snowstorm hit. It hit while he was at work.
Right.
She told him and stuff, and like, what are you going to have for dinner and everything? Like, he's like, he don't know. He'll probably try to pick something up during the battle getting home.
Yeah.
And everything. Trooper that this woman is. Goes to go get him pizza and wings.
In the snowstorm. Okay.
And
yeah,
goes and gets him a 2-4 case of beer.
What?
So she's like, so therefore, she said, at least we'll have pizza and wings.
Yeah.
And beer.
Yeah.
And I'll fuck your brains out so you forget about your long day and the battle with the snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wife. Okay? It's a wife.
I don't see anything more.
I don't see no jealous. I don't see no armpit hair after that.
I don't see anything more.
I don't see anything after that.
That shit becomes invisible after that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We had to talk to him. He locked it in.
Yeah.
They're still together still to this day. Whatever, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, look, that one reason you had that you wanted to end the relationship and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Bam. Minuscule. I mean,
bushy, but minuscule.
No, because some people, I think they have this thing in their head they can do bad all by themselves.
Right.
But I'm looking like, yo, but that means you're the one with the problem because was it 80% what you need, 20% what you don't want.
Right.
So like, we're not going with the 80-20 rule no more. That goes straight out the window. You have to be ideally whatever I have an image of you to be, or like set person has to be.
Yeah.
I need my woman to look like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And if you don't have these things, I'd rather be single by myself. I can't even jerk off from fucking master from off my head.
Well, I'm gonna have to say, I mean, if he's not used to hairy cooch, then I would have to say he started the game late.
Why would you say that though? Go ahead. I want to hear it because shaving and manscaping and women shaving down there, has been prevalent since like I want to say like mid-90s. So let's say if he lost,
I forget. I'm old though.
Yeah, you're an old man.
Old. You're right.
So that's what I'm saying. So if he's been fucking, let's say 2000, early 2000s,
yeah,
and everything, he's already grew up in an era and stuff where that's a norm. They're just not bringing Bush back. Not
They
President.
bringing Bush back.
It never left. I told you, I like some hair on the cooch. I don't want to feel like a pedophile.
I don't mind hair on the cooch.
I don't mind, like, I think when it goes on the side of the legs,
Yeah.
that sideburns now that you're doing the most now.
This is a little bit too much.
I think this is what make sure everything can be hidden in a pair of panties, whatever
Listen,
panties
man.
they wear.
I am not about to miss up on some action
For-
because cooch hair is there. Nah, bro. I'm gonna be like Moses and start parting shit.
It doesn't matter how hairy. Yeah.
If I gotta get a comb and comb my way through, man. Let me ask you this.
Don't ask me nothing.
Let me
the rest of
ask
the
you
day.
this. I'm asking
done.
you this, Marv.
I'm done.
I'm asking you this, Marv.
Thank you for listening to Podical Source. I'm done for the
asking
day.
you this, Marv. Once you get past the hair and you're inside, is the hair still a problem?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Is it sir? Is it sir with the baby? I'm just trying to let my hair down. Yo, let your hair down, boo. It's okay. Let your hair down. I'm all right. But people, that's what I'm saying. Like,
People, when you look for episode 140, just look for hairy situation. Because that's what it's going to be called.
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you sympathize with her? That's my thing. With the lady and stuff saying she wants to leave her husband, so she have a reason and stuff. Because some people don't want to look like the bad person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but okay, I understand she doesn't want to look like the bad person. But to have a good man and hope for him to be the bad person just so you can escape your own insecurities or whatever it is that you might.
This is why I said she was fucked.
Yeah.
This is why I said she was fucked.
That's
but
not
then
cool at all.
I'm seeing all the other like people comment and stuff, whatever, saying like, I know how you feel and everything. I'm like, I don't get it. You're in a relationship with a person. Fuck marriage. Before
Right.
marriage.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship with a person and stuff, whatever. And let's say you lost love.
Yeah. Because shit
Right?
happens. It happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
I always recommend the stuff, whatever, before you want to initiate marriage talk, let it do after the 2-year relationship mark.
Right. Right.
Because after the 2-year relationship mark and stuff, whatever, shit ain't sweet no more.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
In the first beginning of the relationship and stuff, whatever, y'all fuck like rabbits.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to some real shit, whatever, be like, I don't feel like it.
Right.
My
Yeah.
head hurt.
Yeah.
The real shit started coming like after a year.
Yeah.
So I think when the 2-year mark, it kind of sets the tone and stuff like how it's going to be to like infinity and beyond.
Right.
If you realize you're in a relationship with a person and stuff, whatever, where like you might not be attracted to them or you might not be into them like that, whatever, let them go. You wait till the marriage to kick off and then you want to have a thought like you're looking for a reason for them to fuck up so you can say yes. So I'm like, you're trying to walk away with some shit. Clearly you want to win.
Right.
Because I'm like,
Right.
why don't you just initiate the divorce on your
Well,
own?
that's what I'm saying.
So I was like,
If you feel like this,
yeah,
then it should be up to you.
yes, 130%. That's how I was looking at it. I was like, I can't sympathize with her. And I was looking at stuff that,
Yeah, because that wish she's wishing may never come through.
some people just naturally good people.
Yeah.
Some people just naturally good people and stuff, whatever. But now, if she had like a side boo waiting in the wing to fuck, and because, can we say her moral code? Let's say her moral code and stuff is just saying like, as a wife, she shouldn't cheat.
Right.
So she probably have dude waiting in the wing.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, when this divorce get initiated, you get all this pussy. You get all this hairy pussy. Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
Allegedly.
Bring your comb just in case.
Bring your comb just in case. So wait, I should go to women's
Bring your
house
comb
with
just in
combs
case.
in my back pocket to comb pussy here? Is that what I'm doing?
Is she African American? Bring yourself a pick.
Oh wow. Okay then.
All right, folks.
All right. Yo, I wanted to touch on a thing real quick. I want to talk about caste systems. We were talking about India earlier and everything
Right,
like that.
yeah.
India, they dominate with caste systems and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. They
Mhm.
live by that. Other parts of the world, do they roll with a caste system? Similar to India's. Not necessarily. In India, they haven't mastered out. I want to say, like, I even seen like pyramids where they
Right.
tell you like the most high would be like the high priest and those type of people
Yeah.
are like the best people, and then they work their way down. And then the caste system thing they've been running with has not changed throughout the course of the years and decades.
I remember, I think it was like maybe 2-3 weeks ago that we talked about it off air and something
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And I was trying to remember the name of the bottom of the cast. And it came to me the other day. They're actually called the Untouchables.
The Untouchables.
That's the nickname that they've given them. And could you imagine? I can't even imagine that, man.
Yeah, you're right. Look at you. Okay. So first layer is the Brahmin. Those are the priests.
Right.
Second one is the warriors. Third is the merchant and the landowners, the Visayas.
Right.
Oh, forgive me if I'm pronouncing these names
Yeah,
wrong.
work
with me, work
do
with
the
me.
best that we can with the
The
foreign tongue.
commoners, peasants, and servants. They're called the Sudras.
Right.
And then the lower form are the outcasts / and untouchables, street sweepers, and latrine cleaners. Why? Yeah, let's see. My thing is something like, why?
Yeah.
How, like, if any case and stuff, we don't, average amount of person and stuff, I'm going to say in North America, majority, they don't work with that system.
No.
If you're like North American born. Because I look at it and stuff as what I've seen is that you have set person
Right.
who might make 100K and
Yeah.
they might date somebody instead of money might make 30K.
Right.
And they end up getting married and live happily ever after, run off butt naked in the sunset with kids and everything and the dog.
Right.
If there was a caste system and stuff like that to them making 100K, being with somebody who makes 30K is beneath them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that won't never happen.
Yeah.
Now I know, like, when it comes to men, we don't really tell our little boys that or whatever. We don't tell our kings, our young kings and stuff like, hey, date somebody you're equal. But we tell our daughters that.
Yeah.
You date somebody you're equal or better than you.
Or better.
Yeah, or better.
Yeah.
But we don't tell our sons that or our boys that, whatever. So they're in a situation where you never run short from like a guy with money dating a woman with no money.
Right.
You run short on situations when it's the latter.
But is that society on a whole? Like, because we're always looking at men to be the breadwinner, right?
Which society are you looking at though?
Well, this society,
This side?
North American society, we're always looking at it. We're always at the standpoint where the man is supposed to be the breadwinner.
Used to.
Yeah.
So I mean, used to, depending on the generation, yes. Depending on the generation, yes. I want to say, like, in my generation, it's switched. I want to say my generation probably has a higher graduation rate than your generation of women.
Right.
And, like, dominating, like, the workforce and, like, these, I want to say these Fortune 500 companies types.
Yeah.
Not saying it didn't happen in your generation, but I think, like, if we're going to put the two against each other, our women make more money than your women.
Probably. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that.
So,
But again, within your generation, we're talking information that's passed down, right? So even with that being said, right? Your parents may have still be looking at it as the male should still be the breadwinner.
yeah.
And the woman should be the homemaker.
Right.
Although we know that stereotype has now been, that's a smashed stereotype. It's not like that. But again, that old way of thinking is passed down. Now, you grow up, you become an adult, you're probably not going to tell your son that same thing because you've witnessed something on a different level. You've witnessed women graduating at a higher rate than men.
Right.
You've witnessed women
dominating these companies.
So you're not going to ever look at your son and say, hey, don't go for a woman who's going to be above you, because chances are those women that he finds might be above him.
Find a woman that has more than 100K to bring home, son.
Son, find a woman that'll make you a house husband.
Woo-hoo.
A house husband.
You may not win that lotto, but you might.
That was one of my aspirations. Did I ever tell you that, Mark?
That's mine too.
They one of yours?
I didn't. I told you that. I might not never hit the lotto.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I fall victim. Not even victim.
Listen, man.
I fall into the hands of a rich woman.
Shout out to all those who watch Young and the Restless.
The soap?
The soaps. My favorite character on that is Brad.
What do you do?
Brad came in as a pool boy.
And he fucked his way to the top?
Brad came in as a pool boy.
What did he do?
Seduced the wife of a rich husband, and that was it. Brad, the damn near CEO of a Fortune 500 company right now.
Salute to the fictional character named Brad. Salute to the fictional character named Brad.
Brad is, but you heard what I said, pool boy. She just sit down in the pool, the pool chair, lathering herself up, trying to catch some attention while he's shirtless, raking the pool.
Beads of sweat, they got a slow wipe.
Right?
I wish I had some pine and ginger. So you can pine this ginger over here.
And he did all the way to CEO.
That's dope. That's dope. See, remember, I'm just asking for equality across the board. That's all I'm asking for.
Across the board.
Nah, but it comes up and stuff for there periodically, and I see it at times when it does happen. But I don't know. I just feel like the castings and stuff, they're not needed. To me.
To you.
To me in the world, I don't feel like they're needed and stuff like across the world. Like if I'm thinking planetary wise,
right?
They're not needed because, okay, one person might be garbage picker.
Yeah.
Right? And if they work their way hard enough and whatever, they might become supervisor. And say they might come to a point when they're like, no, they're tired of working for Marv.
Yeah.
And they want to be their own garbage picker. And
hold that thought.
So, with this whole caste system in India, right? I think it should be resolved and solved and killed because I feel like there's a situation where you have said garbage picker. Garbage picker start working for you.
Right.
Garbage picker start making decent amount of coin, built his way up.
Yeah.
Then he said, you know what? Screw it. In any case, I'm not going to work for you anymore. I want to work for myself.
Right.
They started working for themselves and they started building their own garbage picking company, but they found all the twinks and keeks and stuff that didn't work for your shit to make their shit more successful. So they made it to like a conglomerate.
Right.
To a corporation type of thing.
Yeah.
You've now went from regular untouchable to, I want to say merchant, basically, right? Because that's a business. Business people are merchant.
Yeah, but would they be allowed to be making such moves? Because I think that would probably be part and parcel of the problem, right? You're probably only allowed to elevate so much, and then anything else past that has been shut down to you.
No wonder Indians are leaving India and coming to other places. But the fucked up thing is that they're bringing their mentality. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at.
Right, yes.
So you can't bring what that kind of train of thought over here because the thing and stuff is that I heard that's the reason why everybody's called Singh. So everybody has a last name like Singh.
Yeah.
Because they can, like from your last name, they can hone in what village or what clan or what area you're from exactly from in India.
Got it.
But if you say Singh now,
yeah,
Singh means lion.
Yes.
But it's in a way and stuff. If you say Singh, they'll be like, oh, okay, well, everybody default everybody to Singh.
Yeah.
So once they default everybody and stuff to Singh now, they don't know where you came from. So now this is your time to elevate and dominate.
True. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think the only good I see about caste systems is, believe it or not, the shame. Because, like, okay, think about this. You have the goody two-shoes student in class, right?
Right.
Goody two-shoes student in class shaming the dunce kid. Dunce, or they don't even say that word no more. I have some old Jamaican parents.
I was about to say, you drawn that one out the woodwork.
I was about to say the dunce cap. That's what stood out to me. But like the kid that's not doing so well because they're not applying themselves.
Right.
Right? When that kid is now looking at them like, oh, you just come to class, sit here for decoration. You don't do no work. You're going to be a loser and everything like that. That shame aspect, the good about it is supposed to, like, I want to say, like, the bad is you're putting down somebody, you're fucking with their mental health.
Right.
But the other aspect of stuff is that just you should use this as, like, fuel.
Yes.
And, like, you know, shove that thing in, like, you know, steam engine.
Right.
And keep it moving and stuff and make you better and wiser, like, you know, or smarten up.
Right.
And tighten up. And that's how I feel, even like things like the Bible and stuff is kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have tattoos. You cannot get into heaven.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go tattoo free and slide in through these gates with no, you know, with no hassle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a little shame factor and stuff. That's why I feel like with the whole caste system and stuff, like the shame factor is there.
Yeah.
And I see it and I get it because you're saying like, no matter what, I can bust my ass from picking up like little garbage on the side to have a damn garbage pickup company.
Yeah.
You're still looking like, pitiful garbage picker. But I have an Armani suit on. Pitiful Armani suit garbage picker. You know what I'm saying?
Which garbage did you take that Armani suit out of?
Jesus Christ. Holt right? Bloomingdale's.
Oh man.
Saks Fifth Ave.
One of them.
Pick one.
One of them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is shame a form of motivation to you? Do you think shame is a form of motivation?
I think depending on the person.
Example. Give me an example now.
Because some people can take that, right, and be defeated by it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like how you said, some people can take that and be like, well, I don't want to be seen in this light.
Mm-hmm.
And then start making efforts to change it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it really depends on the person, on how they take that information in.
So, okay, like, all right, you're looking at military now, right?
Right.
Let's think about like Full Metal Jacket, like that, those kind of drill sergeant types.
Yeah.
They're saying this stuff because they want you to be better.
Right.
They're still shaming the person, contrary to what anybody believes.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
They're shaming for motivational purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Like, salute to my cousin. I don't know if she wants me to share a story, but I'm going to share it. But she was working out in the gym.
Yeah.
And she had a personal trainer.
Right.
And the personal trainer and stuff, whatever, called her slacker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, they would go for, like, the runs and the workout and everything and stuff, whatever. And, like, she'd just be, like, sweating her ass stuff. And personal trainer would be like, come on, slacker. You can do better than that, slacker.
Yes.
And all the above. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's slack motivation.
Right. Right. And depending on the type of person she is,
Mm-hmm.
she's either going to take it as motivation or she's just going to take it and maybe crumble. Just like you going back to the drill sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those people get that type of beat down
Mm-hmm.
and decide this is not for them and they quit.
Yeah.
Some people get that beat down and say, no, I'm going to prove you wrong and escalate. Either way, it works out in the Army's favor because you don't want the quitters and you want the people who are going to really escalate.
Fuck all that. I don't think it's the Army's, but I think the world's favorite, though. I like, because if we're looking at, okay, if you want a society, like, all right, let's say you're racist.
Right.
Right? You're racist. You only want your kids to date black kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your kid might come in, say your son might come in with a girl that might not be black and everything like that. Let's say she might be Asian and, you know, they are not known for their derrieres to be that big. They're coming alive. I can tag in a few on the ground.
Right.
But, you know, it'd be like, you hit like a slight little shame, be like, oh, So I guess you like everything flat. That's including your cereal boxes too. Right? I don't know. I snowballed that one. I'm an asshole.
That's not. Don't bring that dad joke to the party. Next week. Don't bring that dad joke to the party.
I'm not bringing that next week. I'm gonna do better. I got some day. I got a week to train. I got your ass. But you're saying this now, and now some kids and stuff, they look at their parents and stuff as idols.
Yeah.
So they're looking like, oh shit, my dad doesn't really approve of said girl.
Right.
Now he comes in like, let's say that relationship is over. He comes in with big booty Trudy and stuff, and they're like, and you give him a look like, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing out here.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Right.
My guy, give me some that. Give me some that. Bring it in. Like, okay. And then be like, well, I got dad's approval now.
Right.
So he shamed me. I did better.
Yeah.
So now this is it. That's basically the world we live in, though.
It is.
Because look at fat shaming.
Yeah.
When they fat shame people and stuff, whatever, yes, it fucks with their mental health.
Right.
Yes, some people and stuff are comfortable with their size and all the above and everything like that. And
Right.
some people looking like, well, goddamn. Somebody rolled up on me the other day and stuff, and they're like, oh shit, you losing weight? I guess. What do? I'm like, walk and hump. I have sex. Exercise is the best exercise to me.
Too much specialties.
Yeah. I'm like, and they're like, oh shit. And then another time, so I'm like, what if I say, oh snap, you put on weight? They're like, yo, they about to hit the treadmill. I'm not even saying it to shame them.
Right.
But then think about somebody saying like, shit, okay, I see you out here and stuff looking like Professor Clump out here.
Yeah.
And me like, I put on some pounds, but shit, they probably just, they do a little workout thing. The shame is motivation.
Right.
So that's how I'm like, is shame still really needed though? I think it kind of is.
Yeah, but there's other ways to motivate as well, right? And some people don't take too well to shame, like I said. If you have, for instance, Kwame Brown,
Former basketball player.
He's got his little his talk show pod, whatever. He's been going at it with it's not Up in Smoke. What's the podcast with Stephen and the other dude that used to play for the LA Lakers?
Is it
All That Smoke? Is it All That Smoke?
All the smoke?
All the Smoke.
All the smoke. Oh, with Steven Jackson and dude with their hair, tall dude, Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
So they've been going at it, right? And I think how it all started was, I think they pretty much was, and I'm not sure 100%, but I think they were shitting on Kwame's career, right? Mm-hmm. So the story is, for those who don't know, Kwame's a basketball player who came straight out of high school, drafted number 1 by Michael Jordan for the Wizards. Didn't quite live up to the expectations and so forth. And one of the things that came about was, it was another basketball player was mentioning, and he was saying, not all people take to the same ways of motivation, right? So you have,
which is true.
You have maybe 5 basketball players on a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
It may take a different approach to get the best out of them.
I agree.
And one of the things that was saying, what was said was the way how, I guess, the coach on the team that time and Jordan himself, I guess their approach was very hard on Kwame.
But Jordan was like that.
Jordan's always been a person like that, right?
Last Dance.
Right. And so with that, Kwame was one of those people who didn't take that criticism well. So it ended up being...
So he's on the side where you're saying that people won't take it well.
Right. So it ended up him not leading, I guess, a more fruitful career than he possibly could have. Mm-hmm. Whereas if it was looked at maybe at a different approach, saying, okay, maybe it's not the shame or whatever tactic I need. Maybe it's more of the reinforcing, just like we were saying earlier. Maybe it's more of reinforcing the positives,
Yeah.
highlighting the negatives, but reinforcing the positives, saying, hey, you're there. You're 98% there. This is just the 2% that's holding you back. Let's find a way of working on that 2%. How do you think we can work on that 2%? Because a lot of times, if you put the problem in front of somebody and give them a chance to solve their own problems, they might start thinking about it differently.
But some people don't even like that. So like
It's depending on who the person is.
You're right. Depending on the person
and the approach.
The person and the approach, but I just look at it stuff as that. Do you have time to baby an adult? I don't mean like baby like in a bad one. Let me say this. Like, do you have time to take subtle steps and take time with everybody? Because I want to say, for example, you're a nice guy.
Right.
You're a nice guy. Right? Sorry. You're a good man.
Right.
We had a discussion and stuff over the course of the weekend. There's a difference between nice guys and good men. A nice guy does what he needs to do to get the job done.
Right.
Don't give a fuck who he destroys in the process.
Yeah.
And a good man and stuff has moral ground.
Right.
You're a good man. You leave your house, everybody in the world stuff wants to stop and talk to you.
Yeah.
Right? You got to go to work. You have appointments after work. You have people to meet up with after the appointments and things and all the above. But people just want to stop. Oh my gosh, you're the podcast guy.
Yeah.
How are you today? Yo, you guys talked about this one thing and you're like, I gotta go though.
Right.
And everything like that, right? Do you tell them you gotta go at the beginning of it when they start up, whatever? Or when they're like, I have a question. You just let them go with the question.
No. I don't let them go with the question. Right? I let them state whatever they gotta state right before they get the question, or as soon as I see them getting into the question mode.
You let them know you gotta go.
I let them know that I gotta go.
Okay. See, and
not only do I let them know I gotta go, I said, listen, I'd love to stay and have this conversation with you, but now is not the time. Let's exchange some sort of information, like if you got a number or an email or whatever like that. I'd love to continue this when I had the time to continue, because I don't want to just leave that person standing or hanging.
So, right? Okay, so I get it. So, because see, that's my thing. My thing and stuff is that, do you create the time to talk to everybody like that? So in your case, yes, because you keep the same energy across the board.
Right.
Because you still have your other prior engagements or missions and everything to do.
Right.
But you would like to still address them and cater to them and everything.
Course, yeah.
Like, not everybody and stuff does that.
No.
And that's the thing. And I feel like, not even like Michael Jordan's situation and stuff for there, but my thing and stuff is that, does the average person have time to kind of tell everybody how they tick? Because it's kind of like, I looked at it like this. Remember Carabana? Well, remember Carabana. Carabana might come back someday soon.
It might come
after pandemic.
I remember how it used to be.
But like when you're at Carabana and stuff, whatever, as a young man looking for affection and time from a young woman,
right?
I never assumed that I'm the first guy that's trying to talk to her, consider the fact she probably walked from north down.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, a dime a million.
Oh, of course.
A dime a million. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, her tolerance level probably done worn the fuck out by the time it got to me.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? God damn, leave me alone. I was like, this heifer just hurt me. People are like, no, we didn't look at the fact that she had other shit or other dudes, other interactions and stuff, whatever. Does she take the time and say, sorry, I'm not interested. I just came here to model in my bikini, walk up and down on fucking Young Street.
So I'm glad that you brought that. You mentioned that and you brought that to the forefront, right? Because you're right. You may not have time for everybody, right? But you probably might pick and choose who you want to give the time to, right?
Right.
And it might boil down to how they approach you.
Right.
Right? Now, let's say that same situation, right? From the top of wherever Carabana started, she was bombarded with, yo, you look good. Yo, sweetheart, this, look, let me get your number. This, that, and that, third, right? Halfway through, she's tired. She don't want to hear none of that, right? 3/4 of the way through, here you come. And you say something funny, off the cuff, that makes her laugh.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? What? That's her laughing.
Yeah.
You say something that makes her laugh.
Right.
All of a sudden, she looks at you differently. You haven't even said anything of how she looks, this, that, and the third. Ray. She's thinking in her mind, well, damn. 40 guys past commented how I look. I don't look good to you. So now she's wondering why I don't look good to you. Now she's willing to have a conversation because she let her guard down now. She thinks of you. She may have looked at you at a different light. Now conversation's going, and then now you say, hey.
Okay, I see where you're going with this, Dr. Phil. It's the approach.
It's the approach.
It's the approach. So you're saying, so even if Michael Jordan approached Kwame Brown in a different type of approach, it would have ended a different type of way for him.
He probably would have got the result that he wanted out of him.
So it's the approach. So shame culture is not needed, but the approach just to need to be identified and honed in.
Just to be identified and honed in. Because just like how we're saying,
well
right?
Played.
Like 5 people on a squad, they might not respond the same way. Right?
Right.
It all depends. And it's up to you to kind of see, okay, you know what? That personality is a little bit different from that personality. So maybe I can't do the same thing. There's still greatness in that person.
Right.
It's just maybe I got to do something else to get it out of them.
Okay, gotcha. Noted. All right. Let's get to the question of the week, man.
Question of the week.
Question of the week
is brought to you by Pine and Ginger.
Yeah, that thing is empty bottles now.
Empty bottles. This is just empty bottles. We should get empty bottles for the camera.
Empty bottles of happiness. Question of the week. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Somebody told you stuff right now. You will die tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. What are you doing in 24 hours?
Walking around and slapping all the ignorant people I can find. Skaka. I'm just giving out hand slaps.
You will get a charge, but you're going to be locked up.
24 hours, I ain't worrying about nothing.
Oh, you're dying in the cell?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be lying on my subway like this. God damn, that last motherfucker, I got him real good.
You want to spend the time with your son and your daughter, smashing your wife.
They're going to be on a slap spree with me.
They're going to be on a slap spree with you.
They ain't going to be waiting in the car. Hold on. Pull over here.
They're going to be on a slap spree
Pull over
with me.
Pull over here. Go get him, Dad. You got the camera on? You got your phone camera on? Skaka! Drive!
Shit, you making this into a YouTube shit. Fucking guy. What happened to him? He died. Figure somebody got his ass, not knowing that you had a fucking condition.
Damn.
That you kicked the bucket. I don't know.
Imagine that cloud video though. It's gonna go around, bro.
Well, rich people.
Dude had 24 hours to live and slapped the shit out of everybody. Come on, tell me that ain't going viral.
Dead people make a lot of money.
No.
Dead people make a lot of money. I feel like a lot of dead people, especially like musicians wise or entertainers, they make a lot more money when they're in the grave because they ain't got to pay taxes on it.
There you go. What would you do with your 24 hours?
Yeah, I would try to at least spend some time with my son.
Yeah.
I got to eat some great meals.
Okay.
I have to fuck.
Yeah.
I got to fuck. It's part of my nature. I don't know about slapping some people and stuff for that, but I know I always wanted to like say when I wanted to quit my job, I would quit with the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme playing. like
walk in.
Just walk in and be like, just a double middle finger, like, just to serve people.
Marvin said so.
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottom line, because Marv said so. And then, on some shit like that. And then the last bit, like, cry like a bitch. Cry like a bitch.
The last hour?
Yeah. I don't want to do it.
The last 15 minutes just heavy crying?
Why? What do I say?
Give me one more hour.
What do I say? One more hour. One more day.
One more day?
One more day.
One more day. Another 24 hours. Make it 48 hours to live.
Yeah, I'll be back. Because I think when you understand and realize your mortality, you move a lot different. When you're 20-something and stuff, you move like you cannot die. You're invincible.
Yeah.
And then when you move like when like you're in your 30s or your 40s and stuff, or you're in your 50s, you move on a cautious level. For example, look at COVID. With the virus and everything and stuff with her, I walk. I go for a walk and I always would carry like my mask around like my watch area.
Right.
I walk with my mask and stuff, whatever. If I see people like probably like closer to my age and demographic, or probably in their 20s or something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
They might rock their mask on like outside, probably like as a chin strap purpose.
Yeah.
Or like not on.
Yeah.
You see like the, let's say the 50, 60 something year olds and everything like that, because, you know, boomer remover type of thing. That shit is on tight. I'm like, aren't you baking? It's hot as fuck outside right now. You're not sweating? And then that bitch looking at you and stuff with only those little eyes, beads of sweat coming off their forehead, be like, I'm fine. That's what I'm saying. You move a lot different.
You do.
Especially like, you know, when you understand mortality.
Yeah. But that's why I say I'm going to walk around and slap the shit out of people, because you're
a fucking young boy. That's what your problem is. You're a young boy with salt and pepper beard.
If you notice, old people, they feisty as fuck, and they don't give a shit what comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, because they had enough.
Yeah. And they know ain't gonna matter in a few years or so anyway.
Because they gonna keep the bucket?
They gonna keep the bucket. So they're gonna get off whatever they can now.
Hey, by the way,
it's equivalent to the slap.
Since I like you, fuck you. So I'm not gonna tell you fuck you. I'm just gonna slap you. Okay, I got it.
It's the slap. You don't get the slap.
All right. Ask the Sons. Let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide up.
Ask the Sons.
Ask the Sons. First one comes from OMG Jackie. If you could bring back any canceled show and have it wrapped up in a 90-minute movie, what show are you bringing back?
Any canceled show.
To be real though, just like tons of shows.
Yeah.
I have, is it Fastlane? I have Fastlane in my head. That's what Bill Bellamy and this other guy, I forgot what other show. He was in this movie called Can't Hardly Wait. So old school movie I watched like when I was in middle school.
Right.
But it was like, they were like undercover cops.
Right.
It was kind of like, you see, New York Undercover was just only like New York bound.
Yeah.
They kind of worked all over in America.
Okay.
And like they would like, this undercover shit, like, you know, sometimes one person might be like, I want to say a helper to the other person. So it might be like you and I would do this shit.
Yeah.
You'll be the cocaine drug lord and I'll be like your right-hand man and everything like that. So you're like the boss in charge when we actually work for the police.
Right.
And everything. And I'm like, yo, I don't like how you spoke to me when we were meeting with the other drug lords and everything. You're like, shut up and get in character. Because they had that kind of banter going on. And I dig that show.
You dig that.
It just ended out of nowhere. I was looking like, did somebody die? Like, what happened? Bill Bellamy's still alive. The dude's still alive.
He's still alive.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen's still alive. I'm like, fucking Fox.
They do it.
That and Game of Thrones. I don't like how Game of Thrones fucking ended to me.
Right. So you bring Game of Thrones back?
Kill that shit in a 90-minute movie.
I'm going to bring it back, and you may be too young for this one. Manimal.
What?
Manimal.
A man animal?
A man, but he can change into specific animals. I know you're going to Google this shit when we're done. But I feel like
Manimal.
in today's society,
I don't like the name.
In today's society, with the technology that we have now,
slow down, $6 million man. We have the technology. We
could totally flip the script with this show. Because he could only turn into a few animals back then. I think one was a panther. I think the other was an eagle. I think there was a third one that he could change into.
Like a water one?
No. He had no aqua. No aqua.
Oh, okay. So he only had land and air?
Land and air. But
so man was useless once he get to the water.
He had no water skills. But Manimal.
How long ago was this?
Then I could think they could freak it with like all the stuff that's happening with the new genetic type makeup medicine that's happening. You know what I mean? Because they could really hone in on the story. They could really hone in on the story.
I gotta look at when this show came out because I feel like
it came out like the 80s, I think mid 80s.
So okay, and the kids today, like after I stopped like watching like the Saturday cartoons, I know they had like Ben 10. So with Ben 10 and stuff whatever, he got that watch.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I guess the beast or the monsters or the demons and stuff whatever. He's just like, all right, no, can't use it in this situation, this one. Slap the watch and then boom, he transformed into that.
Yeah.
So all the young kids would be like, boom, Manimal, this is a Ben 10 ripoff. You better come in like, back in the day.
Ben 10 is a Manimal ripoff. That's what's happening right now. They seen the story of Manimal and they came up with Ben 10.
Okay. Next question comes from Ellie Eyelash, what's up? What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? I'm addicted to, keep it real, I'm addicted to it because I want it, but like, you know, do I indulge on it? I try to. Sleep.
You're addicted to sleep.
I'm addicted to sleep. I wasn't too fond of sleep back in the day. Maybe that's the reason I'm still the leader of Mighty Midget Mafia.
Right.
'Cause I never slept like that. Like I would play video games all goddamn night or have phone sex all goddamn night. So I'm a night owl.
You having phone sex with no happy hour? What kind of phone sex person were you?
Okay. I like the phone bone. Okay?
You were dry phoning?
I was dry phone. Yo, that might be a new thing. Keep it real, though.
That might be a new thing.
Real. Because here's the thing. I look at it like this. I would talk spicy as shit
Right, yeah.
to a woman on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? And she'd be like, ooh, put up or shut up. I'm like, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the weekend.
Right.
Something like that, whatever. It'd be like, I'm making plans for later engagement. But I'm like, I want to be engaged right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's no reward. You're right. I didn't finish.
You didn't finish.
I didn't finish.
You dry
Build
phone.
up for nothing. I'll give myself blue balls before set date.
Out here dry phoning. Out here dry phoning.
But I think like when sleep is one of the things and stuff that I am addicted to. And keep it real though, like I'm addicted to happy people. I love being around happy people. I don't know. I think, but then somebody called me an energy vampire. Was it you or was probably
Nah, it wasn't.
Ben? No, I think it was Ben Dillinger.
Yeah.
He called me an energy vampire because he's like, I just suck the fun out of people and stuff and take it as with me. I like being around happy people. It makes whatever. If I have a decent day and I'm around good people,
Yeah.
it multiplies that.
I get it. I'm addicted to music.
You addicted to music?
I'm addicted to music.
Good quality music or any music? Because if you get shit music, you're still...
I'm actually addicted to the making of and what goes into it.
Oh.
Yeah. And not necessarily the music itself.
The final project.
Yeah, the final project itself. Like the other day, my daughter was saying she was watching, she fell into the YouTube rabbit hole and was just watching like people playing the violin.
Mm-hmm.
And she said like it made her want to play the violin, but just to see like what goes into it, how technical it is, and so forth. Forth like that. And I said to myself, and then right away I brought up the fact that playing the harp is something that always fascinated me. And then there's this African American woman who plays the harp, and I said, yeah, there's this, I can't remember her name, but I was telling my daughter about it. She goes, yeah, she's seen her. And right away, I went in and started looking for YouTube videos of this girl playing the harp. Mm-hmm. And not so much the fact that the sound, yes, of course, I love the sound of it, but just the making of it, like just the whole technical.
You like the making. I think you like the making of things. Because you'll watch Peng like the builders and stuff, whatever, go from nothing to something.
I watch the Hot Wheels dude.
Yeah, you like making of things.
Yeah.
That's what you
I think
like.
I'm addicted to that.
You're addicted to making the things. Because I'm always like, what are you watching? I'm like, this shit about to make me take a nap. I was like, yo, I'm about to lay down real quick. And you're just there all attentive. You're like, you see the paint? Who cares? What does this do for you? My nipples is not hard. My dick's not hard. Like, this does what?
Yeah.
But you like the making of things.
I can agree with that. I think, just seeing the final product and how they got to the final product is interesting to me. One of my favorite TV shows.
How It's Made?
How It's Made.
See? No further questions. I know you.
Yeah. You're right.
I know not your average
right.
Joseph. Last question. I like this question. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Thunder Runner. Salute to Thunder Runner. You're my fan.
What's so thunder about your running? And hope you're
that-
female.
Might be Lightning Bolt Jr.
Yeah, this is true. If
you're a badass villain, What's your theme song when you enter a scene?
If I'm a badass villain,
You're a badass villain. You enter the scene
I'm gonna have to think about this for a quick second. Do you got one off the top of your head?
my Stone Cold Steve Austin is still
Stone Cold is still winning?
Stone Cold is there, and you know what? Labyrinth has this song.
Right.
I think it's called Mount Everest. Yeah, Mount Everest. Like Mount Everest ain't got shit on me. The boards, the buy ain't got shit on me. I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. And the way it comes in, like, whoop, whoop. Like you walk in a suit with the wind blowing in the background. Like, so that fat, let that be your entrance theme. You're like, yo, he's the boss.
Yeah, I see.
He's the boss.
I see that work.
If it wasn't for copyright purposes, I'd play the fucking song like the world know. But Google that song. Labyrinth, Mount Everest. See, it was a good damn question.
That's a good question, man. Because I'm really. There was this one song that played in. Let's see. Now I can't even. Damn, that Pine Ginger got me.
Had me sweating like a slave, but
it got me because I can
balanced out
picture the
alcohol.
show, but the name ain't even coming to me. All that's coming to me right now is the ginger dancing with the pine.
Grind on. It's like some Pretty Ricky. Grind with me.
But I thought of the James Bond theme song, even though, you know,
which one?
it's
A villain though? I think we're so used to that being a good guy theme now.
I know, but that's why it's so off the cuff, because
unless you're 009.
I'm coming in and you thinking it's James coming to save it. Nah, it's Drew coming to smash that ass. James ain't here to sing. Shut up. Slap. I got 24 hours more of this.
Shut up. I got more slaps to come. Yo. Okay. I'll roll with that.
Good question.
All right, man. We'll hit him up with the So Say the Suns for the week, and then we'll slide the hell out. So Say the Suns for the week. A little weekly motivation for the folks, especially for those hot girl summers and those city boy nights.
There you go.
Stop trying to be eye candy when you can be soul food.
So says the Suns.
Yeah, I think people are trying to warrant the wrong kind of attention.
Yeah.
For the wrong reasons and stuff, whatever. When I guess you're just highlighting, you're trying to highlight some kind of attributes to kind of, for the person to kind of focus and hone in on your original stuff.
Right.
So you might look pretty and get them tantalizing you over your rose shirt and everything like that. And they don't know you're a music addict.
Yeah.
And everything. And they're like, oh, my last boyfriend had like 6 mixtapes. And not one record deal. So, you know what I'm saying? But you're just trying to just look pretty to grab the attention. Like, fuck all that. Just do what you got to do. The greater things, that's more important than anything else.
Right.
Fuck the attention.
Yeah, because, I mean, the candy is gratifying, but it's only gratifying for a certain amount of time.
Limited amount of time.
Right. Where that food is that substance.
That's filling.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, man. Yeah, once again, yes, everybody do look forward to the dad joke battle.
The dad off.
Some dads going around. I'm classified. I'm qualified for these dad jokes. I have a son.
I'm 2 times in.
He won't be 2-time champ. I can tell you that for a fact. So, yes, look forward to that next week. Look out for the posts and stuff across the board for the social medias. And we'll keep you guys posted and stuff, whatever.
And listen, if you want to actually join in, the app is called Stereo. You can create a profile, create a little avatar of yourself.
Yes.
Right?
And you can submit.
You
can submit. So at the same time and stuff, we will be recording as well. But that aspect of stuff is that once you do have anything to say, it can chime in and you can drop your gem of a dad joke as well. For
why not, man?
The fun times of Father's Day.
Why not, man?
Exactly. So once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between Jesus and stupidity is that Jesus has his limits. Peace and love. Doses. All right.
Don't get caught in a hairy situation.
Yikes. Yikes.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.